Monday, 21:52, 40 seconds here, 2024, 12th month, December 16th day, 1-6. There's the closer up. How close does it get? Gets that close. It gets that close. Ooh, that's good. Look at that. I have to use that focus button on there. Get that little boober down there. True. Yes. I'm close up, man. Yes. Give me some close ups. For me, I'm right there. Slapping the tail. Boy, stretch it. Boy, stretch me. Yeah. Keep purring. Ever since I stopped feeding her the kibble, her eyes aren't all watery anymore, and she's not constantly dripping at the nose and sniffling. And this little growth right here isn't growing in as much. It's a little scraper. It's a little black scab that keeps growing there. So the brother's thinking that if the brother would have known that dry kibble fucks up the whole system, then her ears probably would have never got sunburnt. Probably knocked out her whole immune system. And this is the healthiest food that there is on the market. Most expensive and healthiest food on the market is one of them, or one. It's up there. This top of the line. It's $25 a bag right here. From a well-researched, pet food guy with a private market down at the local shopping cluster. Come to find out, fuck, man. You would have think that, with all the study that he has, he would have had a clear sign in the store that said, feeding cat kibble only causes all kinds of shit to happen to the cat. Wow. But who knows? Anyway, getting back to the brother drew up a bigger one this time. Okay, these are smaller ones. The brother added the disc combinations down here. Dissonant chords. Come to find out, this is all the combination dissonant chords right here. A 1-2 is a dissonant. A 2-3 is a dissonant. 3-4 is dissonant. 4-5 is dissonant. 5-6 is dissonant. 6-7 is dissonant. 7-1 is dissonant. And then it goes reverse. 2-1, 3-2, 43, which is 34 in reverse. 54 is 45 in reverse. 65 is 56 in reverse. 67 and 17. And so far each combination has a dissonant chord
in this stretch right here, here's the dissonant chord for there. In this stretch of numbers, in between these two strings here, there's a dissonant chord there. In between this group of strings here, numbered strings, there's a dissonant chord there. In between these dissonant strings with the 2, 3, 4 and the 6, 7, 1, there's a dissonant chord there. There's always a dissonant chord. And here the brother wrote a larger for box 2. And so each one has the dissonant chords labeled at the bottom. There's dissonant chord 23, dissonant chord 67, dissonant chord 34, dissonant chord 71, dissonant chord 45. There's the chord key there, and with the 2 chord combinations. There's a 3 and a 5 note is for 1 chord, and there's a 3 and a 5 in the 3 chord and for the yellow. And a 1, 3 is also 2 notes to the 1 chord, and it's also 2 notes to the 6 chord. 61 is in the 6 chord, and it's also in the 4 chord. So, a 3, 5, that's supposed to be a yellow. It didn't show it very well. Well, the brother has to correct that. Get a red pen. And get the white out. White this out. And that black one ain't even supposed to be there, but just leave it there for now anyway. So it's supposed to be a red and a yellow, and then just call it 3. Write it down here. Doesn't want to write on that fucking whiteout shit. Alright, I'll put these back over here. So, box 2. So, there's a 25, there's a 26, and there's a 27. Drop down to the 3 note. There's a 35, there's a 36, and there's a 37. Drop down to the 4 note. There's a 45, there's a 46, there's a 47. And come over here to the 5 note for the next string. There's a 51, a 52, and a 53. Go down to the next note, a 61, there's a 62 is a 2 chord, a 63 is a 6 chord. There's a 7, next note. A 71 is a dissonant chord. A 72 is a 7 chord. A 7-3 is a 3 chord. Go up here to the next string. A 1 note. A 1-4 is a 4 chord. A 1-5 is a 1 chord. A 1-6 is a 6 chord. Drop down to the next note, a 2. A 2-4 is a 2 chord. 2-5 is a 5 chord. A 2-6 is a 2 chord. And there's the key up there. 2 chord has a 2 and a 6 in it. 2 and a 6. All right, go to the next string, a 4 note. A 4/7 is a 7 chord. A 4/1 is a 4 chord. And the green is for the 4 chord and the number 4. A 4/2 is a 2 chord. It's supposed to be orange, but the orange pen gave out, so just use the red. So then there's the next note down, the 5. 5/7 is a 5 chord. Go over to the 5 here. There's a 5 and a 7 in the 5 chord. Come back here. A 5/1 is a 1 chord. And a 5/2 is a 5 chord. So there needs to be another line drawn right there. So brother found a mistake. So get the blue pen here. Turn the page thing like this way and draw a line from 5 to 2 and put in a 5. So. Now, next string is a 7. A 7/3 is a 3. A 7/4 is a 7. A 7/5 is a 5. Next note down, a 1/3 is a 1. It's also 1/3 is in a 6. So this one has 2 chords there, 2 numbers. There should have been a 2-number chord in this one. Oh yeah, the 2/4. Here it is. The 2/4 is a 2. Oh, no, wait. Yeah, I wonder where the 2-note chord, and here's the key for the 2-note chords. It's either a 35, a 13, or a 61. So there it is, 35. There it is. There's supposed to be a 3, a yellow 3 right here between that one. It's not showing up, so go get the yellow marker. Get the yellow line is on there though. And then put a 3 right here. So there it is. Now there's 2 chords. So there's 2 chords, a 1 and a 3, a 3 and a 5. Down there, 3 to a 5. There's the 2 numbers. There's a yellow 3 and a 1. Same thing. This is a 3 and a 5. This would be backwards, a 53, and then a 3 to a 5. So there's that. And then there's the 2 chords for the next set. And over here, the 1 and 3 has the 2 chords. Because each set of 2 strings has 10 combinations. Because there's 3 notes per string, and each note goes to 3. That note goes to 3, this note goes to 3, this note goes to 3. 1, 2, 3. But one of the notes always has 2. It's connected to 2 different chords. So that's why it's always 10, 10, 10, 10. And it's that way for every box so far, it seems like it. Just the way it functions that way. All right, so now I'll put this yellow marker back and continue on with the proofread here. So there's the 1, there's the 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, and then the 2. Got the 2, 3, which is the dis, the 2, 4, which is the 4, and the 2, 5, which is the 5. And that's it. Now, that's a complete, correct number 2 box. Charted charter map for the 2-note chord. Each 2-note chord. So that's that. Brother's enjoying some lovely whack now. Whack is just a word. It's just a word, and it can be connected to any interpretation. It doesn't have to be just Webster's dictionary. Remember, there are all kinds of countries out there that use the universal syllables for all kinds, many ways. There's many ways for the syllables to be used. They just don't have to be attached to one definition or one interpretation, one dictionary, or even a dictionary at all. Because any dictionary word has the capacity to be interpreted and changed in the moment for every situation, anytime it wants, and without time. You just use the imagination. That's called bringing in the law with the legal. The legal likes to stay exactly what the book says. And the law brings in the imagination in every variation that there is. Every variation. So, the more law that's studied, the more variations are accepted for value, which is treasury chest access. And then that would be a more equal existence. That would be more sharing. Yes, more sharing, equal existence, equality. The law audit exposes everything on the legal side, especially when it's stuck in the mud on abuse, abusively mud stuck, abusively, which is called legalism. And that's basically bully, or at a higher level, a more thorough level, it's called unconsciousness. Tiny little guy. Tiny little child. So the more law that's brought in to share with those that are familiar with legal, and those that are stuck abusively on legalism, which legalism is a rule book that if not followed to the T, shall bring punishment. And then a rule book in the law is just suggestions and advice. And then one gets to have self-choice and self-consequence and learn from that. So one forces, on the legal side, that gets stuck in legalism, there's the force, and then if it's not obeyed, comes punishment. On the lawful side, there's the rule book, which is another way to say advice or suggestion. Like, you might not want to touch the 220 volts. The advice is, could kill yourself, could maim yourself. But
legalism on don't touch the 220 volts is also going to come a court case and prosecution and prison time or punishment, charges and fines and all that shit for disobeying the do not touch the 220 volt electric company power lines. Not only is it going to be a loss of the arm that gets electrocuted off or death, but also going to come with a healthy prison time and fine. Imagine that. This is going to be a fine for trespassing and touching, disobeying the bully, the child bully that's stuck on abuse, mud stuck on abuse. So anyway, so the more that the law is brought in, and this thing's fucking tweaked. The more that the law is brought in, then the more sharing that goes on, and equality flourishes. Equality. And they're going to be the haves and the have-nots, the rich and the poor. It's going to be access to all knowledge, access to all expression, access to everything equally. And total acceptance for value for everyone's momentary pleasure. All universal expressions are there for to be enjoyed equally in the moment that one wants to enjoy it. However, if one gets into goes into legalism also can turn into legalism, mud stuck and abusive with a rule book and penalties, punishment. And it expresses that, a rule book with force and punishment expresses itself in many ways, many different ways. It's like out on the plains where a lion shall kill a lioness's newborn cubs after he annihilates the previous father. Think on that. That's a rule book with stuck on abuse with punishment. Another way to interpret that. So, in other words, you didn't do what I expected you to do. It's the my way or the highway way of living. My way or the highway lifestyle. My way or the highway lifestyle. It's going to be my way or no way at all. And the ultimate no way at all is total extinction. Dead. Someone's going to get killed. And this brings in battles and wars, battalions, battle lines and wars and stuff like that. But it's just evidence to consider, that's all. So, anyway, later.